maybe they started feeling themselves a little bit, and Jason Kelce had to bring them off that high horse and bring them back down to earth just a little bit. But it's a very cohesive unit, even with all the new additions. One thing Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie consistently wanted to do is to change the culture of this team, the locker room culture, the camaraderie culture of this team. And they have done a very good job of that through the years, the Doug Peterson era, so on and so forth. And it continues now. So, yeah, that bond, that chemistry, that cohesiveness among teammates is there, and it will only get stronger as they go along. I felt, and I thought I saw it a little bit, excuse me, I thought that when you put in the multitude of pieces on defense, they brought in C.J. Gardner-Johnson. They brought in James Bradbury, Kazir White, Nakobe Dean, Jordan Davis, Hassan Reddick. When you bring in that many people, it takes more than just practice for you to get that timing down and to understand the guy you're playing next to and to get a feel for that guy. So, that first game, they hopefully got the rust off, and it's a lot smoother going from here.
Certainly. And where can we catch that interview with you and Brandon Graham? At the Jacob Media YouTube channel as well, as Gun on One podcast, available on Apple Podcasts?
Yeah, man. Hey, look, I moved the Gun on One podcast this year over to the Jacob Sports Media YouTube platform because their numbers have been incredible. So to kick off the new season, my first guest is my guy, Brandon Graham, and we had a great conversation. So I advise everybody, if you want to watch it, you can find it on the Jacob Sports Media YouTube platform or wherever you want to listen to your podcast, Apple, Spotify, so on and so forth. So Gun and Run is off and running once again, man.
Once again. Hey, why should I be more confident, Gunner, that this Eagles team will not miss 15 tackles like they did last week against the Lions? Why should I believe just 1 week goes by and a day, essentially? Why should I believe that they're going to be better tacklers against the Vikings than they were against the Lions?
Because it has been talked about so much after the Lions game. I'm not surprised it was as shoddy as it was, considering they didn't play much in the preseason. They didn't practice tackling much in training camp. What did you expect it to look like coming out of the gate? Okay, you look at a team like Detroit, Dan Campbell, as we saw in Hard Knocks, and obviously I don't get caught up in the Hard Knocks hype, but from what I found out about Dan Campbell, ran that team through the ringer. And the battle cry in Detroit was, we're not that 3-13-1 team we were a year ago, but in order to prove that, we have to be a better team. So he had them dudes out there practicing hard in that limited amount of time you're allowed to practice in now. And it showed. Look at the difference in the tackling between Detroit compared to the Eagles. And it's going to get better because it's been magnified too much. It's been talked about with Jonathan Gannon after the game in his post-game press conferences, both right after the game and later in the week. So it's been seen on film. People have been singled out for missing a tackle. Players have looked at themselves and like, I can't believe I let this dude get away from me. So I'm not going to say I expect it to be 100% better, but I do expect it to be significantly better than it was in that season opener.
Good enough for me. Do you have an early prediction, or are you saving that for Monday?
I'm going to save that for Monday.
That's
Mark, I keep going back and forth, Farzy.